We're currently in this short position out of this 1 minute bearish gap. Price cleanly shifting market structure lower, following an overall bearish bias on the higher time frame, 4-hour bearish gap, hourly bearish gap, etc. inside of the second day macro. Once we take this short-term low, then I'll be moving my stops to break even, because price will be over 50% towards the TP and over around 20 handles from break even. So either one of those scenarios sends your stop trail to break even, just waiting for price to take that out. It's been taken on a yes. I want to see it get taken on NQ, and then I can near my stops to break even. As of now, I am going to be putting my stops at this short-term high, so 690.00. I'll be reducing risk at this point. I do not expect price to come back to this high. We saw an entry at 10.45, then price came up and took out the short-term high again. That was the second sweep of liquidity, so we should not see price come up for a third sweep of liquidity, which is very rare. And now once we take out this short-term low, there you go. So that's break even there. So it's risk-free. If ES takes out the objective, ensure that we close out of this trade if ES takes this low. So I'll be prematurely closing out of my position on NQ if ES takes that low. So bear that in mind as well, guys. Should start to see an acceleration lower in price here. Textbook trade, sweep of previous day high following a bearish bias, shift in market structure. Every bearish pedigree we look to get respected until price meets the final objective. So if ES takes out this 1 minute low, I will be closing out of my trade on NQ. Boom. There you have it. ES just took out the final objective. That is me closed out of the trade. And I risked 8 contracts on this, and I increased my position size a little on this trade. So very easy gain on the day, and boom, you can see NQ just smashed final TP there. Just like that, a 2-to-1, well, it was actually a 2.2 risk to reward to target this low. So we caught an entry midway of the gap. As soon as price entered inside of macro, we took a short, and then I ran my stop placement just above the high of this breakaway gap, just to be a little bit more lenient on the stop placement. And we got an overall 2.3 risk to reward to target that 1 minute low, and then ended up closing out for around 25 points around this area here. So I got a solid 2.02 risk to reward, which was absolutely textbook. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the trade from today. I wasn't able to make it to the first day of macro because I overslept. I was in the ER room last night, and I basically got tested for meningitis as I was having severe headaches, neck stiffness, swollen lymph nodes, night sweats. It's been pretty crazy, to be honest, but they've come to the bottom of it. That is nothing too serious. They're checking my blood works at the moment, and I also done some other tests as well. So, you know, I reckon all is good. I've ordered a fresh Bible. I'm going to start reading the Bible a lot more as well, and getting more in tune with God, and also eating a lot more healthy as well. And the trades at the moment, the price action's just fine. We're making tons of money. Price action's actually really, really good. It just tends to be a little bit slower through the sun months, but we can still make money without a doubt. I've hopped on to the second day of macro. I determined my bias to be bearish. I seen that price had taken out previous day high, which you can see there. We took out this other high that originally swept previous day high, so minor buy side got swept. Price had a clean shift in market structure, and then as soon as we enter inside a macro, boom, that was my entry there. midway of the gap. Instead of running at a breakaway gaps high, which would be a valid stop placement, I just gave myself a bit more lenient stop placement just above that, and then I targeted the first 1 minute low. So what a lot of people would do, and I'm not saying it won't run there, but they're going to target the opposing liquidity, or even they're going to try target some unexpected lows for price all the way down there. Now that's not necessary, because price rarely comes to other levels like this. It's a lot more unlikely to see this than it is for the trade to go to the first objective, which is that first 1 minute low is the first objective, and it always has to go there for the trade to be valid. After that, price tends to go a little bit choppy, and I'm not saying it's going to go choppy now because this was a very clean trade, but for a 2 to 1, that is all that you need, and you're in and out of the trade for the trade to be valid. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this trade from today and this trade example. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. I will be posting a full trade recap of this trade that I have taken today, and I will speak to you guys shortly.